We've all had that moment when someone catches our eye, and for whatever reason, they're exactly our type. Um, Sometimes it's not even about what they say, it's just something about their presence. If you're lucky enough to get her number, she instantly becomes your top priority, especially if she's a little mysterious or hard to get. Even if her response is short, it's enough to keep you interested compared to others who might be into you. They just don't compare because she's the one you've got your sights set on. Maybe she's new, maybe she's beautiful, or maybe she's both. That's often how it goes for many guys. You find yourself doing everything to catch her attention. Some of you might be sending those sweet good morning texts, while others try to play it cool and stay in the friend zone for a bit. Then, after a while, she finally agrees to go out with you. Everything seems to be going well, and maybe things even heat up a little. But after some time, you start to notice something. You're the one putting in all the effort. You start noticing that you're putting in way more effort than she is, and it gets frustrating. You've done so much to be with her, but she's just not matching your energy. Eventually, you both break up. Then you find out she's moved on to someone new. And this guy didn't even put in half the effort you did, yet she's all in with him. It's a story many men can relate to, and it mirrors the relationship between Remy Ma and Papoose. Papoose, a solid and loyal guy, did everything for Remy. Papoose stayed loyal to Remy Ma even when she was in prison. He was there for her every single day. Remy herself said, "Yeah, P used to come see me literally every day." She explained how during her first year in maximum security, Papoose would visit daily, except for one day on the weekends. The prison was about a 4 to 5 hour round trip, depending on traffic. When Remy Ma was locked up, she and Papoose weren't even married yet. They were just in a relationship. But little did she know, Papoose would prove to be there for her in ways she never expected. When she was locked up, even though she'd made mistakes, including cheating on him, Papoose stood by her side every single day. He was there when nobody else was. But that didn't stop him. He made the journey every day, showing just how committed he was. This kind of dedication is rare, and it shows the depth of Papoose's love and loyalty. It got to a point where I had to tell him, "Look, I'm good. I'm all right." Once he really understood that I was okay, he started cutting back on the visits a bit. Instead of coming every day, he'd show up about 3 times a week. But even then, it felt like he was still there a lot. We talked every single day, literally. I don't think there was a single day where we didn't talk on the phone, unless I was locked up. From the moment we started, his support never stopped. He was there for me no matter what. It was a tough time for Remy, and she admits that none of the men from her past were there when she needed them the most. But Papoose, he was different. He proved what loyalty really looked like. Eventually, life took a twist and she ended up with Easy the Block Captain, but Remy can't help but reflect on how loyal Papoose was throughout everything, especially when she was in the darkest place of her life. His commitment made a huge impact on her, and that's not something she'll ever forget. What do you think? Would you be as loyal as Papoose was in his situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Take a look at Easy the Block Captain. He's not like Papoose at all. He doesn't have the same success, money, or power that Papoose has. Honestly, he feels like more of a beta male. But Remy Ma, for whatever reason, was willing to throw it all away with Papoose for a guy who hasn't really proven anything yet. Despite everything, she and Papoose are still strong and together, even with all the drama. But recently, things really took a turn, especially when a freestyle battle made everything blow up. The moment that really stood out was when someone said, "Yo, Remy, don't you love me?" That sparked a whole new level of drama. So what do you think? Should Remy have stayed loyal to Papoose? Or is she making a mistake with Easy? Let me know you're right there in that battle. The punchline hit hard. He asked Remy Ma, "Do you love me?" And she responded with a simple yes. Now, have you ever found yourself in a relationship putting in everything for someone, doing all you can, and then wondering, why do they love this other person so much? It's not about looks or money, because the person they're with doesn't even compare to you in those ways. Your thoughts down below. Can't wait to hear what you think. So what's the real reason? What is it that they have that you didn't? Because it's a tough question, right? Sometimes we can give everything we have, but still feel like something is missing. What's your take on this? Do you think it's all about timing, or is there something deeper that makes someone choose one person over another? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it. We've all been there, right? You give so much to someone and then they choose someone else. You can't help but think like, why do they love that person so much? What do they have that I don't? It's something a lot of us wonder about, whether you're a guy or a woman. But hold up. It doesn't really matter, does it? Here's the thing. Sometimes we invest so much energy into the wrong people. We focus on those who don't really value us the way we should be valued. There are people in your life right now who genuinely care, who want to help, but we're too caught up in looking for love in the wrong places. It's time to stop wondering about the whys and start seeing the people who are truly there for you. You might just realize the people you've been taking for granted are the ones who have always had your back. So what do you think? Have you been overlooking the people who care? Let me know in the comments. We all have that person, like someone who might not treat us the best, but we keep giving them our time and energy. Ever wonder why? It's funny how we end up chasing after people who don't appreciate us. But when someone comes along who genuinely cares about us, we push them aside. Why is that? It's just how we're wired, right? But here's what I've learned. Every time I kept giving to someone who wasn't really giving back, I ended up feeling like I got exactly what I deserved. Maybe it's time to ask ourselves, why do we keep investing in people who don't value us? Maybe we need to start focusing on the ones who do appreciate us. And maybe that is where our power lies. And maybe I need to start focusing on the ones who do appreciate us. So have you ever been in that spot where you keep giving and giving but don't get the same in return? How did it turn out for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it. A lot of people think Papoose was a loyal and stand-up guy, always doing right by Remy Ma. But the reality is, even though he did so much for her, Remy wasn't always showing him the same respect. Sure, they had kids together, and there were moments where they shared intimacy, but if a woman isn't truly invested in you, or doesn't give you the respect and appreciation you deserve, all that effort doesn't count for much in the end. It's a hard truth, but a lot of guys don't realize this until it's too late. No matter how much love you pour into a relationship, if the other person isn't willing to meet you halfway or value you in return, things won't work out. It's about mutual respect, not just the things you do for each other. And that's something we all have to remember. It's something we all know, but sometimes forget. No matter how much effort you put into someone, if they don't genuinely like you, it won't matter. You can do all the right things, but if they're not into you, you're just wasting your time. And honestly, trying to figure out why they don't like you, it doesn't even matter. What really matters is that they don't, and that's where the focus should be. Too often we chase after people who don't care about us, thinking if we do enough, they'll change. But here's the truth. When someone doesn't like you, they're either just hanging around for their own reasons or simply tolerating you. It's not the same as having someone in your life who truly values you, who sees your worth and wants to see you grow. That's the kind of person you need to be investing your energy in, not the ones who won't give you the same in return. Think about it. It's better to surround yourself with people who want the best for you, who are there for you, not just when it's convenient, but because they genuinely care. And sometimes it's about realizing that you deserve better and redirecting your focus to those who truly appreciate you. And let's talk about Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. If you follow the NFL, you know that Josh is one of the best quarterbacks out there, but his journey to success wasn't easy. He grew up around Fresno, and like any athlete, he dreamed of playing for Fresno State. But guess what? They weren't interested in him. That didn't stop Josh. Instead of giving up, he went to Reedley College, then later to the University of Wyoming. It wasn't an easy road, but Josh kept pushing forward. His hard work paid off when he was drafted 7th overall in the 2018 NFL Draft. Now, he's a 3-time Pro Bowl player and continues to shine on the field. His story is a reminder that even when things don't go the way you expect, you can still make your dreams come true if you keep fighting for them. Josh Allen proves that setbacks don't define you. Your determination does. What do you think of Josh's journey? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.